Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Uh, Happy 4th, everybody who's got the day off, first of all. And I had said that I was going to try and do a video on my day off. And I already did my John Titter video, but it raised some interesting points, came out of that video. And I had said that I was going to try to do one because Moneybags mentioned that the Mandela effects seem to come in waves. And I noticed that he's right. And I, like him, wonder why. And I figure that in order to solve that or get some idea of why that may be, we'd first need to come up with a list of a few things. And I've done that. And most of this is going to deal with the reasons we shift to begin with. And I'll explain as we go along. So, for anyone who's with me, um, first of all, let's just say that we know that quantum particles shift anyway, especially if unobserved. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not providing any links on this, but even if they are observed, if you got a wall, one can, instead of being here, it'll be on both sides of the wall at once, so it'll appear to go through the wall, but the energy actually just transfers through the wall, and it's actually on both sides of the wall to begin with. And so quantum particles shift, and I don't know how exactly that works, but let's just suppose for a moment that that's part of it. All right, quantum particles shift. Our whole everything could shift if a particle shifted out of phase, right? Like where we're at. So you got your quantum particle shifting to begin with. Okay. I think what we perceive as death, I'm pretty sure, and there's evidence for this, by the way. I'm not just making this up, but I don't think we perceive our own death. I think we just shift somewhere where we lived, and as people shift, evidence, look where we're at. We're in a a Mandela Effect community, right? Because Nelson Mandela died 3 times. Of course he did. Probably an infinite amount more as well. But we caught 3, right? So I think individually, if we die, we probably shift. And if an infinite you dies close, you may receive some of that energy if he or she shifts to you where you're at. So you might even get some of the memories. You might not necessarily be able to access them all in the way you'd think or want to. But so you've got quantum particle shifting, we got death. Um, how about quantum calculations, guys? And now I've got a default expert on this, although he doesn't do quantum physics as a professional. He definitely uh, took the quantum physics classes and uh, he was working on something and he can't work on it anymore. It's like that. And that's all there needs to be said about it. And now he does other things. But still, quantum physics is his thing. And like I said, he's my default expert when it comes to these things. And anytime you calculate the position of a particle, its speed changes. And anytime you calculate its speed, its position changes. All right. So any quantum calculating that they do could cause a shift. Not only in like where we're in the Orion spur now and we were in the Sagittarius arm, well, if they tried to calculate our position in the galaxy or indeed the universe, in theory, anything they used to make that calculation would, if we were determining location, the speed would change. And that's what my default expert figured, that everything they used, uh, whatever that may be, the whole solar system and probably several other things and objects. And as soon as they made that calculation, the speed changed and the rest of the galaxy went flying by. And when the calculation was done, wherever we were, we were. So that's a theory as to how we got to a different part of the galaxy. And again, every time they make a quantum calculation with one of their quantum computers, it may cause a shift. So you could have that going on all the time. It might not cause a shift every time. I don't know. But that's another thing you got going on. So then what I'm going to, they call it time travel, guys, but let's be real. It's not time travel. I'm going to call it quantum travel. All right. Now, if like John Titor or somebody else had a device that they could travel between the outcome points, I don't have my chart here with me, but that they could travel between outcome points to different years, and again, you're not affecting any point you left. Maybe I should link my other video, or just do I? I do. Look see what we got. Okay, never mind. So quantum travel. All right, quantum travel. Here we are in this outcome, and we want to travel to say 1500 BC, whatever. We would use our quantum computer. I would use an array of 3 black holes or antennas, and we would calculate uh, an outcome point that was close, that was at 1500 BC or wherever we wanted to go, and then we'd go there, bang, then we'd be there, but we'd be here. We would no longer be here, not back in this outcome point. We'd be at a whole other outcome point. But when you make that jump, you go through as matter, and in theory, information goes through as well. So anytime anybody does that, they may be bleeding information, and you may get Mandela effects without ever having shifted, just from the bleed. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw quantum weaponry in there. All right. Because if you can make a quantum computer, you can make a quantum weapon. Not trying to give anybody any ideas. I'm sure these have already been done. I'm sure they're out there. They had a quantum computer in the 70s. So quantum weaponry wouldn't be that far out. And who knows what this quantum weaponry may be capable of. It may be capable of shifting an entire continent to another, of people to another reality, for all I know. But you've got the potential of quantum weaponry in there. And then let's be real. The last thing on my list right here for now that I can think of right now, and this could always amend, this will amend. All right, it will amend, because I'm never done looking for answers. I don't suppose there's any way to get all the answers. You can just keep trying to get what you can get. But my last thing to throw in as a factor would be humans. There's infinite effects, and this is the model of what's real that I'm going with, guys. I mean, it's the infinite probability wave model that I demonstrated. It seems to cover everything. And you're going to have what should be an infinite number of these things to catch. And you can catch, I don't know if you can catch infinity, guys. It's going to be highly, highly improbable that you would ever even catch all of the changes. And again, 1 to 2% difference. I mean, the farther you go, that might jump to 3 to 4%, 5%. let's face it, even at 5%, you probably wouldn't notice that much. But an apostrophe here and as there, somebody's alive that should be dead, somebody's dead that should be alive. You know, these sorts of things. But then humans catch this, and I mean, we may be catching up in waves. That could be a thing. And if and what I wanted to go ahead and do is put this whole list together and say, okay, well, if a bunch of us died, and then those bunch of us that died and shifted to various outcome points that were close would all be catching a wave of effects because they'd be new to us. And that, again, quantum particle shifting, that's a thing that happens. We've been through the list, guys. Quantum calculations, quantum travel. I'm trying to put it all together to make it seem to make it fit a wave. How you catch them in waves, and I think a lot of it is all that plus humans catching up, guys. That's what I think, and I'm gonna let this video go at that because I'm over 11 minutes. And once again, happy 4th, guys. And I hope, and again, guys, comments. I mean, if anybody can think of anything to put with this list, does anybody can anything else, guys? I mean, we are catching them in waves. So there's some ideas. Um, Again, looking for comments, guys. I'm trying to piece the puzzle together, and all your comments help. So right now, guys, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for your comments and your subscriptions. And I guess I'm just gonna let this go at that, guys. I hope it's helped, and I hope somebody can help me. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your 4th and a great rest of your day.